Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. Our top story today, DXB is the world's busiest international airport.
And driving to Qatar from the UAE for the FIFA World Cup will cost you more than 5,000 dirhams.
This house is the best Halloween decorated house in Dubai for the second year running, in our opinion.
Oh, wow. And Dubai unveils the world's largest flawless golden canary diamond.
And do stay tuned because later in the show at about 8:50, 8:55, we're going to be joined by the host of the Animalia Pet Industry Awards, Louise Nicol, to learn all about it. Now, the sponsor of today's show is the Animalia Pet Industry Awards, which is hosting its second award show on October 4th, where they will celebrate those who bring the best products and services to our pets. Now, more on this later in the show, where we'll be joined by Louise Nicol to tell us more. And although the Animalia Pet Industry Awards are the sponsor of today's show, the opinions and statements are Lovin Dubai's. But before we get into all of that, what a morning.
Happy winter!
It's here. We're calling it. It's finally here. It's not because the dates say so. It's not because it's a certain month or a certain day. It's because
the fog, and it even drizzled this morning.
There was drizzle.
It could be someone spitting on my hand from their balcony.
Probably. But there was condensation. There was drizzle. And the second morning in a row, thick, bleak, grey morning, which means winter has come. And with that brings cooler temperatures.
Outdoor plans.
Outdoor plans. It's like we've always forgotten how to make them, right? We're literally going to have to do a mindset shift and be like, now we can have barbecues.
Right, al fresco dining.
Al Qudra walks.
You can go to the Hatta for kayaking.
Dog walks.
But you'll have to get
at any hour of the day because their paws aren't going to get sore.
Oh my gosh, that's such a thoughtful thought of yours.
Oh no, as soon as you know they cannot be out at 4 or 5 in the afternoon or 2, 3 in the afternoon.
Like even during the winters.
No, during the summer, yeah. As in like, and then when I would like carry her over to the grassy patch, and the grass is sometimes a bit wet because it's been watered. Love the city, and you like carry your baby over, and you're like, you can't move beyond this area, Goose. And now she'll just be able to live her best life at Al Qudra. Cannot wait.
But of course, you still have to there are downsides. You have to wake up a couple hours earlier just to turn on your water heater to make sure the water is warm enough for when you take a shower in the morning. That's a downside. But then Global Village is opening up.
Beach days.
I feel like I have long drives to Jebel Chase.
Long drives to Jebel Chase. Tennis matches, paddle, squash, swimming,
outdoor exercising. Oh my gosh, my morning jogs are gonna make a comeback.
I'm just gonna stop you right there.
Not gonna make a comeback, but
can anyone who knows Simran, who really knows Simran, just please give me a quick response. If anyone's watching who happens to be a friend of Simran's, has she ever? I can see you. Have you ever done a morning jog? That was not the Dubai run, which is coming back in November, by the way. Get your registrations in.
You know what? I actually have done a morning jog for the Dubai run.
I just said besides the Dubai run, it doesn't count because.
No, of course it counts.
You've never done a morning jog outside of Dubai run?
No.
Because so when you said you can finally get back into your morning jogs, that was
what I mean. That was the last one that I did.
The one. So the annual morning jog is back. Fabulous.
And then morning yoga sessions by the beach. Beach days.
You're just beach days.
I'm just saying things I would want to do, I'll never do, but anyway.
Yeah, we do talk a lot about the plans that we're going to make. I'm going to talk about a barbecue in Al Qudra for the next 3 months.
It's not going to
It'll happen once in the year, I'm sure. Guys, tell us what you're looking forward to most. We have the comments open. We love seeing your comments coming through before, during, and after the show. Kazi Art is saying hi. Good morning to you. We are so excited to start this day with you.
Christmas!
It's 67 days until Christmas.
Christmas market. All the Christmas outdoor plans. It's your favorite time of the year. Christmas. You're gonna be away.
I love the way it's like summer or it's Christmas. There's no in between. Let's jump into our top stories. We're talking all about Dubai is the world's busiest international airport. Not that you needed the reminder, but OAG is an air travel intelligence company and they provide accurate, timely and actionable digital information to advance businesses with confidence. And they've just confirmed that DXB is the #1 for one more thing, and it's bums on seats international flights. Route 2022 explores the last 12 months to bring you an overall picture of performance, and that's where we got this high accolade.
I love that bums on seats.
Thank you.
It also explored how the Middle East airports play an important role, and 4 of the top 10 operate on high-density routes within the Middle East, and a further 3 start or end in the Middle East. And Dubai is the world's busiest airport by seats, followed by Heathrow and Amsterdam.
And then following that, we're also one of the top busiest global flight routes. Surprisingly, Cairo to Jeddah is number 1 and Dubai to Riyadh is number 2. So we are the world's busiest airport, again, for international flights, followed by Heathrow and Amsterdam. And can we just say,
It is incredible, and the cleanliness of the airports, like
our fave topic.
Honestly, I have applied for like a gazillion credit cards just to use the lounges at the airports.
Did you get them all? Because that's a concern. And also, I don't think you're allowed more than a few.
Really?
There must be a rule on that. Like if you apply for one, surely they ask you, do you have other credit cards? Do you have a lot of credit cards?
I wasn't asked at all. Like I was recently told that you get lounge access with credit cards. So I applied for like 3-4 different banks. So I mean, like, if I get them, great. If I don't get it approved, like I have the other ones that are there waiting for me. So just, you know, lounge access.
I'm concerned.
Why is that concerning?
Because you shouldn't have, yeah, it's the only reason we don't get credit cards. But you shouldn't have 4 because then what if the 4 get accepted?
So I can choose which
and then you'll have 4 sitting
to.
there, and then you'll have something coming up, and you'll be like, "Oh, I've got that credit card I could use this cash for," and then your interest will pile up, and then you'll be asking me for money, and I just can't have that.
One second. I really didn't know there was so much more into credit cards. So I need to put money in, and then what happens? Like if I just use it for lounge,
you don't need to put money in.
I just want to use it for the lounge.
But sometimes there's there's annual fees on these things. It's rare that they're free. But can I just say, my bank with my debit card gets me lounge access.
Wow. Yes. Which bank is that?
It was first Abu Dhabi Bank, and then it became Dubai International Bank. I don't know if it's still a thing, but I got the card like 9 years ago.
Oh.
And I still get through. Marhaba Lounge.
Fancy. I'm gonna get access to that too.
Are you? With one of your 4 credit cards? Yeah, that concern. Like, don't get too many. People are saying Dubai is the safest country. Speaking of dollars, able to afford this while the rest of us might find it tricky.
I mean, that is if my credit card privileges permit me.
You'll get approved.
I get approved.
That doesn't seem to be an issue here. I think you'll get approved.
So the next story is a bit of a head scratcher, this one. So driving to Qatar from the UAE for the FIFA World Cup will cost you more than 5,000 dirhams. So football fans who want nothing more than to just catch the FIFA World Cup matches live at the stadium will have no choice but to splurge a little extra in light of the new development. So Ministry of Interior Qatar announced that the entry procedures for FIFA World Cup 2022, which is scheduled to take place from November 20th until 18th December, and international fans planning on driving down will have to shell out a non-refundable fee of 5,043 dirhams for a vehicle permit, entry permit. And between Tuesday, November 1st and Friday, December 23rd, international arrivals driving through the Abu Samara border must have a vehicle entry permit without fail. Now, you can apply for the vehicle entry permit through Haya.
The catch, apart from the pricey fee, the entry permit will only be granted to fans with confirmed accommodation for minimum 5 nights. And the vehicle must hold a minimum of 3 passengers. So please take all of this into account if you're planning the drive. Those who are denied an entry permit will have to leave their cars at the border and take a free shuttle bus to Doha. So what you can do if you do not get this entry permit, you can drive to the border and then register for that free shuttle bus service. The journey from Dubai to Qatar is more than 600 kilometers long and will take you 8 hours to reach. It's possible, the guys in the office have done it. It's a nice little drive, but if you don't get that entry permit and all of the costs involved, just leave your car at the border and then take the public transport as soon as you get there.
Nice little drive.
Yeah.
8 hours. Ooh.
I don't know. I think when you live in countries that have so much land, I remember speaking to our Saudi team, and one of the guys had driven up, and he was like, "I'm just so used to it, to just driving up." He had to get his car sorted, so he drove from Saudi to Dubai to go to this place that he goes to get his car sorted, and drove back. And I was like, "It was a lot. Correct me if I'm wrong. 11, 12 hours." Yeah, Ali's nodding, and he was like, "Yeah, I just do it."
Wow, just do it.
You have some time. Very chill people, you know.
Wow, because I remember like when we were in the US and we were driving from California to Las Vegas, like if we didn't have a driver driving us, we would have never made it. We would have never made it. We would have died in the desert.
How many of you were there?
Me, my mom, and my two sisters.
And how long is the drive?
It was quite long, like 4 or 5 hours, but I'm not even
What
kidding.
age were you?
14.
Oh, your poor mom. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my poor mom.
Yeah, your poor mom.
We went to Disneyland. We got lost. My mom couldn't find any of us. She was crying. She was in tears. She was literally like, she killed us at the end of the night. She's like, I'm not taking you rats anywhere again. Sitting in the hotel, locked up, because it was traumatizing for that woman.
Where were you? What were you doing?
There were just so many rides.
And were you together with your sisters?
So I like the fast roller coasters. They like the slow roller coasters. My mom just wanted to keep all of us together. So she was looking for at one of us and the other one of us went. And then she was looking for one of us and the other one of us went. And it was just like, what just happened, you know?
Should have been the happiest place alive. And you know what? There's this amazing photo of you in Disneyland and you look so sassy.
That's
like,
my sister.
I wouldn't.
That's my sister. That's
I always get that wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, Simran's mom, if you're watching, you're a saint.
But back to this FIFA story, motorists will pass through two borders, the UAE to Saudi Arabia and then the Saudi Arabia to Qatar. And the fee of 5,000 plus dirhams does not apply to citizens, residents and GCC nationals who own a Qatari ID card and cars with Qatari number plates. And international visitors going by road will need to obtain a valid visa for both Saudi Arabia and Qatar.
As the World Cup looms, we're getting so much information about, you know, hire card application and how to get into the country and all of the cool new openings that are happening. Like Doha is going to be happening during the World Cup. Like Billionaire, there's Namos, there's all these cool places that are opening. So if you're flying like in the middle of the day, you'll have a couple of hours to spend there and it's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to get the latest on the World Cup details on Lovin Dubai, we're sharing them. We also have Lovin Doha, by the way. And they're dishing out so much news based on the World Cup. So if you're planning to attend, head to Lovin Doha. It's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you get your news from Lovin Dubai. There's Lovin Doha as well, and it's all of your World Cup information because access is so crucial. They have the latest on public transport when you're in the country, and all of the little things like the schools are closing. Like there's so much cool stuff happening in Doha. They are becoming a World Cup city, which has never happened before.
Crazy.
It's so cool. Like the whole city is basically people are working from home for 3 weeks. Like it's going to be wild.
Wow.
So therefore there'll be reduced traffic. So Doha is known to have a lot of traffic in the center, reduced traffic. Schools are closing. People are working from home. Maybe the schools are working from home, I'm not sure. And then they're just erecting like lots of different cool bars and stuff so you can go and have a good time. But obviously you need your ticket to get in.
Yeah.
So if your match is like at 8 p.m. and you're getting in at 3 p.m., you're thinking what to do. Head to Lovin Doha, they'll give you some inspo.
Exactly, and they're deploying a lot of security to make sure like visitors are safe and there's there's no nuisance that breaks out like we've seen in other matches. But there are loads of rules coming out every couple of weeks, so you want to be following the right pages to get your information because you have what to do for your COVID test, what to do for like if you're taking a flight, what to do if you are taking a yacht. So all that information is going to be there on our pages and then Lovin Doha, like Casey said. So
I really enjoy how polite you were. You were like, so they're just going to avoid any nuisance because football is sometimes tended to be associated with some nuisance. What, Ali? So they actually have contained areas that if nuisance breaks out and there are some people who are nuisanced people will go into this contained area until they are nuisance no more and then they can leave.
I love that.
No more nuisance football fans, please. Thanks. England, we see you.
You know what?
I'm joking.
Oh, England.
Joking. That was a joke.
Amy, did you see Michael? Me?
Gonna get in trouble for that one.
But I feel like it's just sports in general. You don't see dance and like makeup, fashion causing this kind of a
nuisance.
It's sports.
Have you ever been behind the scenes at a model runway? No, it's specific. You don't see nuisance at Wimbledon.
Yeah, you don't see. That's so true. That's so true.
Let's jump into our next story. Love this. This house is the best Halloween decoration in Dubai for the second year running, according to Lovin Dubai. So back for another year, and just as spellbinding, a house in the Springs continues to be a showstopper with its annual Halloween festivities. Each year they get better, so they add a setting. So it's a lot of the same stuff from last year, but they add a new setting, and it's all from recycled material that they add.
So Christine Quartier-Latent, who is the creator of this, along with her family, says it's their homemade version of the Nightmare Before Christmas and 85% made from scrap and recycled trash. We love that.
Check the show on Facebook, because right now you can see the footage of it. We'll have it on Instagram later today so you can see it. But they go all out. Every inch of their home from the outside is covered. Like people in Springs will all go just to check it out. So I remember being in the States one Halloween. I was in New Orleans and the houses were so creepy and spooky. And it's kind of a thing, and the whole street will also set up for Halloween. This is one home that's starting it, and I know that it's going to become
a trend.
Because the kids in the other houses will be like,
I want that.
I want that in my house, Mom.
We need that.
Mom, we need that. But this, we spoke to Christine last year, and this is a passion of months in preparation. So from, when we talk about what to do in the summer, they are prepping the next recycled material. She said, they find this recycled material all over the place. And so it's all recycled material. They reuse it, of course, it's amazing. But it's a love project because it takes them a lot of time to put this together, and it's well loved in the community. So
wow, I just want to spook you real bad on Halloween.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
I reckon I'll get you first.
I don't think so.
Remember we had that prank war?
Yeah, I won. Anyway, but are you a Halloween fan? Like you and your mom, do you guys like setting up the house, putting up decorations, scaring the bejesus out of your siblings?
Not in that sense, but I do really like I love Halloween costumes, and I love when people go all out. I love house parties for Halloween, or places that really encourage dressing up and that get that big Halloween vibe. That's what I like. What about you?
I'm indifferent towards it. Like if I get invited, I get invited, and I'll dress up like mediocre at best. I'm not going to put too much of an effort. I am so boring with anything that requires dressing up and effort. I will just be the most mediocre version. I'm not going to put all these face colorings on. It's just not going to happen.
You don't need to, though. I'll let you finish that sentence. We should dress up on the show. If anyone has any costume ideas for Simran and I, we are all in for it.
How's your hair, Casey?
See? You just scare people with your words.
Dubai unveils the world's
next story.
largest flawless golden canary diamond. So valued at $15 million, which is 55 million dirhams. Sotheby's Dubai unveiled the world's largest polished diamond, and the golden canary, which is one of the world's largest cut diamonds to exist. And the yellow stone with a rich golden sparkle weighs 303.1 carats, making it the largest flawless diamond in the world, according to the Gemological Institute of America. It
is just breathtaking. Now, you may not be taken by diamonds. We see them in stores. This is just simply stunning. Previously coming in at just over 407 carats, if you will, the incomparable diamond was cut into its classic pear shape to enhance the vibrancy and reveal a deeper color and brighter hue. The bidding for this landmark gem, estimated to be in the region of 15 million, which is $50 million, so 55 million dirham, will begin at 1 million. So potentially, if you're the only person in the running, you could get this $15 million diamond for 1 million. Unlikely though, considering that there's
it starts at $1.
Oh, it starts at $1. Sorry. So, you could get it a little bit cheaper, but unlikely considering the interest from all around. Without reserve, and this is in the magnificent jewel sale at Sotheby's, New York this December.
So the Paracut stone is on display right now at the Sotheby's Dubai Gallery in DIFC if you want to check it out. But it will be, you know, like the next home will be in New York where the bidding wars will start. And they're saying that their intention behind no reserves and starting so low is like the competitive biddings that's going to start for it. And people are just going to go ham with like, you know, like just like the first bidding itself. No one's going to say $2, right? It's going to be a massive price right away. But the videos, if you see it on our socials, it is stunning of the diamond and just like the sparkle.
The sparkle.
Oh my
sparkle.
God.
The sparkle.
But recently I have lost my inclination towards diamonds.
Why?
It's like I was told it's very much marketed to the female audience because of like its properties, you know, like it sparkles, like diamonds are a girl's best friends. Like these are tactics,
of course,
employed in the diamond industry.
Yeah, like don't they say it's like the biggest marketing scam ever? Like tell us we need this, like this thing is going to be your forever for the rest of your life and you need it when you get married, these really expensive things.
Yeah,
of course.
But you should stick to platinum, you should stick to gold, like things that have value. That's what I heard. I'm regurgitating what I heard. So
diamond marketing centers center around the idea that every woman deserves a diamond. So if you think you need one, you know, when you get married. But yeah, you're right. Gold has better value. So
yeah,
if someone is buying you a diamond, say no, a block of gold will do just fine, thanks.
Like a gold band, like a platinum, any of that with value and not just diamond, because diamonds also have a lot of history behind it. If you know, like, you know what goes on to making a diamond, it's
you can also buy, yeah, so there's my knowledge of that comes from blood diamond, but you can also buy those, is it genetically modified diamonds? So they're safer, so they're built in a lab, which are just as beautiful and ethically sourced. Also, if you've seen Bad Boy Millionaires or Billionaires on Netflix, I just saw the backstory of Nirav Modi, the famous jeweler who went international. He was the first Indian jeweler to do so. And his diamonds were worn by
celebrities,
Rosie Huntington Whiteley and celebrities all over the world. He was very famous. And then it all came crashing down in one of the biggest frauds in the world. I believe 1.8 billion.
I don't remember the figure, but yeah, like a lot. This diamond industry has so much, like it's all sparkle from the top, but you just, anything actually with sparkle on the top, there's a lot of like dirt somewhere underneath there.
We know. But as I said, you can check it out at Sotheby's Gallery in DIFC. Okay, guys, stay tuned. We are super excited about our next guest. Louise Nicol is the host of the Animalia Pet Industry Awards, and she's going to be with us right after this. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. The second annual Animalia Pet Industry Awards is right around the corner, where we celebrate those who work tirelessly throughout the year to bring the best pet products and services to the industry.
So you have until the end of the month to vote and show love to those who've been bringing nothing short of the best to your pets. And to tell us more about the event, we are joined by Louise Nickel. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, girls. I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. We're so excited to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to talk all about the Animalia Pet Industry Awards. That's the reason you're here. But before we get into all of that, can we just get a quick brief rundown of who you are? Who is Louise?
So I'm a journalist by trade, and I've lived in the UAE since 2005. I used to edit magazines here back in the day. Remember those things? They were paper. We turned the page, there was no screen. We read words, ancient concept. So I spent most of my career editing magazines, particularly in the fashion world.
Cool.
And then, after a while, after about nearly 20 years, I decided that I'd probably done enough of that. And it was time to just look for a different life balance. So I left that world and I now freelance. I do various consultancy projects, not too much journalism. I try not to because of the old magazines not being quite so in existence anymore. Because you guys are ruling the airways with digital.
I thought you were going to say
how dare you? And I'm actually a fitness instructor.
Oh, cool.
I coach indoor. He's quite whistly. He's quite noisy, Zach.
All hours of the day?
He does sleep now. We put a thing over.
Because who's noisier, the bird or the kids?
I mean, it's a fair battle. One of my sons talks to they can go for hours whistling at each other.
Oh my God!
I feel like there's some actual communication happening there.
How annoying is that?
No, I was going to say that's adorable.
No. His sister is. Oh, it tips her over the edge. You can see her getting riled at this whistling. Incessant whistling.
I would have socked my brother in the face if, my cousins or anyone like that were up to something like this. I hate noisy kids.
I mean, never come to my house. No, I mean, you're more than welcome.
No, as in my age group, when we were all little, and my cousins used to just be really loud in house parties. I used to hate that. Just calm down, shut up and sit in the corner. But yeah, I don't know how to do it.
There's no sitting in the corner in our house. It's full volume all the time.
So you have an affiliation towards animals? Pets.
Yeah, I mean, I have a gorgeous puppy. Well, she's not really a puppy anymore now. I call her a puppy because she's my baby, and our bird. But I do one of my many projects is hosting awards or presenting. And for the second year running, they have asked me to host the Animalia Awards, which is wonderful because it's a really nice evening. Animal people are some of the nicest people in the world, right? So there's many industries, and I look after a lot of industries with awards and things like this. And, I'm not going to get into naming names for different industries, but you have stereotypes of people that work in various fields. The animal guys are lovely. They all have incredible hearts. They do what they do because they love it. And they come from such a good, warm place. Generally, they're really good people. So it's a real thrill to be working with them again this year and supporting a really lovely event that honours people that they're not in the limelight. They're not in it for themselves. They do it all for the love of creatures who can't speak out for themselves.
And for people who don't know, can you just give us a rundown of what the Animalia Pet Industry Awards actually is?
Sure. So it is, I believe, the first industry awards for the pet industry in the UAE. Most industries have award ceremonies. I'm sure you're aware we can give an award to anything, but it's the first time, I believe last year was the first time, that an organisation came together to award people within the pet industry. So we have categories such as favourite veterinary clinic, favourite surgeon, favourite dog trainer, favourite dog hotel.
Oh, wow.
Is it like doggy daycare, boarding facility?
I think they have that and and human hotels that allow dogs in.
Got you.
Anyone that's helping out animal care in the region, dog-friendly restaurants, doggy daycare, pet sitting, grooming, relocation, pet shops. It's a huge industry around our pets that we maybe don't think about. I don't know if you guys have.
You're so right. I have a rescue called Goose that I share with an ex-partner. But things like vet, things like a hotel that you can take your dog to, we never actually put these places in the spotlight. And actually they mean so much to us when a vet helps you when you need it. Or even if I know people who've done the relocation thing. And to actually put the relocation places on a pedestal that need it, that really help you when you need it, it's so important.
Yeah, I mean, the relocation is a huge thing. And it's something that certainly, so the Pet Industry Awards, I should say, are ethical. And it's great that Goose is rescued because it's very important that we adopt and don't shop. And that's a really big part of the Pet Industry Awards. I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many kittens do you think an unspayed cat can have over their lifetime?
In their lifetime?
In their lifetime.
I don't know.
I have a ballpark of like 50.
I was going to say 56.
Oh, close. Similar.
But that feels like a lot.
You're not even a third of the way there.
Oh no, 120?
180.
180, wow.
Yeah. So one unspayed cat can have 180 kittens over the course of her life, which puts into perspective the issue of strays and the
importance of like TNR.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how does a community help this? Because obviously that's an issue.
Yeah, it's a huge issue. So firstly, don't buy animals. Do not go to pet shops that sell animals. None of the companies involved with the Pet Awards sell animals. None of them sell livestock, living, breathing things. They sell pet food, they sell grooming products, they sell cute Halloween costumes for your cats. But no one is involved in this award ceremony that sells animals. So that's the first thing. The second thing, we would say as a first port of call, if you find a stray dog or a stray cat, there are two bodies to start with. They will help you. So Canine Friends for dogs, and then for cats, Petrucci is called. And they are a network of recognized official cat rescuers. So you contact these bodies because there's lots of regulations around what you can and can't do. Contact these bodies and they will help you with the TNR program, which is trap, neuter, release.
Yes.
And how best to help these animals ethically and legally as well.
So I have a question. A lot of people want designer puppies, designer dogs, and they're like, if we don't buy them, they're probably going to go to the, what's it called? They're going to go to the, not kennels.
To a shelter.
To a shelter, yeah. Does
well,
that happen?
or be left on the streets.
To the pounds, sorry. So does that actually happen with these dogs in stores? Like I'm not talking about like rescues. Do they go to the pounds?
To be honest, I don't know, and I dread to think. But the way to stop that industry is to not patronize those stores, right? And to not buy animals, because without the demand, there won't be any supply. And because the animals are able to breed and multiply, that's why there are so many animals on the streets.
Yeah.
And it's a huge financial commitment. That's the thing that people need to realize when you do take on an animal, when you adopt an animal, you need to be prepared. It's not just the food or the doggy daycare or the hotel. If you go on holiday, you need to be very aware of the relocation costs. And that's something that people need to bear in mind, because if you do decide to leave the UAE and to move home or overseas or somewhere else, it can be very expensive, thousands and thousands of dirhams. To take a cat from Dubai to the UK is between 4,000 and 7,000 dirhams.
You'll spend a lot of money in the relocation process anyway, so that's worth it to bring your baby home.
Of course, but be aware before you adopt, bake those costs into your planning. Be aware of it. Be prepared to take that responsibility. So
this award show will shine a light on the incredible pet industry in Dubai, but as the public who may potentially not have an involvement in particular services, but we want to be involved in this awards. How so?
So we need the public to vote, because there is a very special award within the ceremony of lifetime achievement, outstanding achievement. There are many, many unsung heroes in the pet industry. People who really devote their lives to sheltering cats, adopting cats, helping with the TNR program and dogs. getting strays off the street, taking them to the vets, shouldering often those bills themselves. Often people on lower incomes who just do it because they love animals so much. And these animals can't help themselves and they can't speak for themselves. So there is an award for outstanding contribution, which the public are encouraged to vote for. The response has been overwhelming so far. Amazing. Yeah. So all the info is on www.animalia, which I believe will be somewhere on the screen. Animal. IA. Have I done that right? Animaliaclub.com. So you can go on there, you can find out all about the awards, you can vote for the outstanding contribution, which would be hugely appreciated because it means so much to people who aren't asking for recognition. They're not asking for any, financial support or, they do it because they love these animals so much, from really deep within their souls.
It's amazing that there is an initiative like this to recognize them. But if I am to nominate someone, how does one go about doing that? And how do you guys recognize these people who are not really there in the limelight, like you said? And then when does voting close for that?
That is a jolly good question, and I'm hoping that all the information will be online.
The voting closes on October 31st.
There you go. Thank you, Casey.
Yeah, the voting closes on October 31st, and then they'll be acknowledged in a beautiful way.
Yeah, so then there will be an award ceremony on November the 4th, which is where I come into the picture to hand out the trophies and recognise all the winners of all the categories plus the Outstanding Achievement Award.
Tell us, because obviously you're coming back for a second year and there would have been some awards last year and people were probably touched. Can you tell us about some of the reactions last year from the people who probably never had an award in this vein before?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it was the Outstanding Achievement Award that really... Everyone was crying. The recipient was crying. I was crying. The audience were crying. A wonderful lady called Michelle Francis from Animals and Us in Fujairah, who's saved the lives or improved the lives of hundreds and thousands of animals. And, for her to come up and be on the stage, be recognised by her industry peers, was just incredible, and it was very emotional and very moving. It's a really fun night as well. It's not all serious. We play games. There's a lot of audience participation. There's a buffet. There's a great drinks menu. Obviously, there are vegan options.
That was going to be Simran's next question. Every single guest we have, she'll get the vegan line in there.
Yeah. There's a strong vegan contingent.
An animal event and no vegan option.
Yeah. There's a heavily vegan menu should you require it. But yeah, it's really fun. So it's both fun. Animals are funny, right? They're hilarious, as well as the love they bring to our lives. They just bring a lot of joy and hilarity as everyone. That's why cat videos are probably the most viewed thing on YouTube, other than the Lovin Dubai show, of course. We try and bring all those elements together, the fun and the joy and the sheer innocence of animals. And then, the serious side of the fact that it is a serious issue, particularly here in the UAE, that needs to be treated with sensitivity and respect and care and love. So it brings all of that together.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Just finally, I believe we can also get tickets.
Yes.
So let us know how we can get tickets, when the award show is happening, and how they can get in touch with you if they have more questions. Or with the awards themselves.
All details for the awards on www.animaliaclub.com. Hopefully you can put that up somewhere in case anyone can't spell it. So all details for how to get tickets, how to attend are there. The award show is on November the 4th at the Hilton in Hilton Jumeirah, I believe. I'll be there on the stage.
Amazing.
Ready to give out some trophies to the deserving recipients.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Let's shine a light on the people who deserve it most. As we were talking, I was just going through all of the stories that we've covered this year, from the floods in Fujairah and people using surfboards to carry dogs out of homes. I know people who've got 60 cats in their homes. These people who just don't get recognition. So it's so amazing what you and the team are doing at the Animalia Pet Industry Awards. So congratulations, and we look forward to the awards on November 4th at the Hilton. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. A massive thank you to the host of the show, Louise Nicol, for joining us. Sorry.
Thanks,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And we are looking forward to being there on the big night, supporting you and supporting the animal industry, of course. So that's it for us, you guys. Same time, same place tomorrow.
Goodbye for me.
Goodbye.
Yeah.